Man, Klay Thompson's dad ended up checking Monica McNutt and everybody who has the same ideology that she has when it comes to why Caitlin Clark is famous and why she's such a big phenomenon.
Mychal Thompson, NBA legend and Klay Thompson's dad, was starstruck by Caitlin Clark's talent, highlighting her skills on the court. This comes amid ESPN's Monica McNutt suggesting Clark's popularity is due to her being a white girl from the Midwest. Thompson's praise, focusing on Clark's shooting and court vision without mentioning race, underscores that her success is all about her game.
I was leaving Cambridge Arena in a loading dock. Caitlin Clark walked right by me, and I froze. I didn't say hello to her. How about that?
Got it. Would you like me to help refine the script for introducing McNutt's quote or focus on the breakdown after it?
Once again, we got somebody involved with ESPN saying one of the most ridiculous things we've ever heard in our lives, and that is bringing racial bias into supporting Caitlin Clark, particularly when it comes to little girl.
During an interview on BBC, not ESPN, not a local station, but British Broadcasting, Monica McNutt had the perfect opportunity to celebrate Caitlin Clark's undeniable basketball genius. Instead, she chose to take a completely different angle.
To me, right? And so covering the WNBA this past season, Caitlin Clark's rookie year, for all of the conversation that surrounded her, some which was fair and some which wasn't, the one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her. Little girls with their parents and the fervor and the energy there.
Why her?
Same thing.
Why her?
Well, I was just about to say same thing for Angel Reese when I had a chance to cover their games. But I think Caitlin represented, and again, some of this to me probably is not fair to her because it was not anything that she said or was truly based on her personality, but she was a white girl from the middle of America.
Covering Caitlin Clark's rookie season, one thing stood out. Lots of little girls showing up with their parents full of energy. The same happened with Angel Reese. Caitlin represented something big. Though some of it wasn't fair to her, it wasn't about her personality, but because she's a white girl from the Midwest.
And so she represented a whole lot to a lot of people, whether that is truly what she prescribed to or not. We can all say she is a dynamic basketball player and a force both on the court and the marketing sense. But I do think, same thing with folks that may have fallen in love with Angel Reese that she may or may not have agreed with everything they had to say either. We attach our fandom to these icons for all types of reasons, and sometimes they may not be based in.
McNutt was asked about making the WNBA viable long-term, a question that could have focused on Clark's groundbreaking impact. Instead, McNutt immediately framed Clark's popularity around her race, calling her a white girl from the middle of America who represented a lot to many people. McNutt didn't highlight Clark's basketball brilliance, like her court vision, scoring ability, or how she's transformed offensive play in women's basketball. Instead, she quickly pivoted to identity politics, neglecting what really matters, Clark's game.
Monica McNutt is one of those WNBA media members that walks around, I don't care what she says, she's got real venom and animosity towards Caitlin Clark. All right? And now she's being called out for.
The timing is key. McNutt made these comments while Clark was breaking viewership records and boosting women's basketball. Instead of celebrating her skills, the focus turned to race. It felt like a deliberate attempt to frame Clark's rise around race, not her talent.
I was in Indy. I didn't care about that. The only thing I remember about Indy is when I was leaving Cambridge Arena in a loading dock. Caitlin Clark walked right by me, and I froze. I didn't say hello to her. How about that? My favorite basketball player outside of Clay was right there in front of me. There she was. And I said, no, I can't do it. But getting back to your question, you're right. That's what I remember most about Indiana. Caitlin Clark was right there next to me.
Even when McNutt briefly acknowledged Clark's talent, she quickly compared her to Angel Reese. But now, Mychal Thompson, Klay Thompson's father, is changing the narrative. When a two-time NBA champion speaks, people listen.
If you don't know who Mychal Thompson is, he was with the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers, from 1987 to 1991. So for him to be starstruck over someone like Caitlin Clark, it says something. And you know, he's no slouch to being around or commenting on the biggest of the big. I mean, he was the first overall round draft pick in the NBA. He played for 14 years, going up against Larry Bird, playing alongside Magic Johnson. In the Showtime Lakers era, this guy knows what it's like to be around.
Mychal Thompson has been following Caitlin Clark's rise since her sophomore year at Iowa. While the world is just catching on, Thompson, with his championship pedigree, spotted her talent early. As a former teammate of Magic Johnson during the Lakers' 87-88 dynasty, his basketball experience adds real credibility to his praise.
They don't like Caitlin Clark. You know, Caitlin Clark, I've been noticing, I've been following her career since she was a sophomore at Iowa, and I recognized how different she was, how different she played the game. She played the game like Steph Curry. We had never seen a woman play like that before. And I knew once she got further along in her career in college, I used to tell all my colleagues who are not into women's basketball, I say, hey, man, you got to check out this girl at Iowa, man. She shoots from the logo. She shoots from almost half court. She's different.
Thompson compared Caitlin Clark to Steph Curry, focusing on her incredible shooting range. Just like Curry, Clark confidently shoots from the logo or near half court. Remember when she hit a 35-foot shot against Louisville in the Elite Eight? Thompson sees that same fearless shooting mentality. This isn't about race, it's about her elite skill. Listen to this.
Trying to emphasize it for about a year, then he finally caught on, and men who travel with us in our traveling party who are basically anti-women's basketball, just didn't care for it, didn't want to talk about it, had no interest in it at all. All of a sudden, they started watching Caitlin Clark and got intrigued by her, and they became fans of her and her game.
If race were the key to her success, we would have seen this before. Clark's play style speaks to all basketball fans. Her deep-range shots and no-look passes create jaw-dropping moments that capture the attention of audiences, no matter their background.
I guess I'm going nuts, but I seem to remember in a lot, because I watched a lot of those videos of those kids coming up after games and her signing autographs. There were a lot of little black girls amongst those kids. So I wonder if this is really as big an issue as Monica McNutt wants to make it out to be. I think what she's saying is ridiculous, and to tie it to little girls, I mean, we're hitting whole new levels of bottom feederness here.
Clark's game is like NBA stars Steph Curry and Trae Young. Her shooting range, with 548 career three-pointers, stretches defenses. Her passing and court vision, with over 8 assists per game in her rookie season, show elite skills that fans across the board can appreciate.
Now that she's in the WNBA, man, I tell you, she needs a Jeep endorsement, commercial, because Jeep is an acronym that I've come up with of the way she has been treated and not welcomed into the WNBA. Jeep, the acronym is JEEP, and that stands for jealousy, envy, egos, and pettiness.
Clark's popularity isn't about race. It's about her elite basketball skills. Fans are drawn to her impressive passes and long-range shots, just like any player with exceptional talent.
And he really didn't hold back on his feelings about how he felt a lot of the people in the WNBA had treated Caitlin Clark in her rookie season.
Clark's fan base is diverse, with people from all backgrounds attending games for the first time. This proves that her popularity isn't about race. It's about her undeniable basketball talent. Her skill transcends demographics, speaking directly to fans who value creativity and excellence in the sport.
There are a lot of people who agree with this sentiment, as some examples could be the Kennedy Carter hip check that came from behind, very often referred to as a bit of a cheap shot.
Some in the WNBA media focus on racial narratives instead of recognizing that fans are drawn to Clark's pure talent. Acknowledging this would mean admitting they missed the mark on what truly connects with audiences: great basketball.
And there are plenty other examples that I could go into, but I will say this: with all the hype that Caitlin Clark got going into her rookie season in the WNBA, everybody had something to prove when they played against her. I've heard a lot of people say you would never get this treatment if you're Kobe Bryant. Like Kobe Bryant, you don't touch that guy. On the flip side, a lot of people say these are just her welcome to the league moments. Either way, there is no denying the zest that a lot of people had when covering Caitlin Clark in her rookie season.
The real issue isn't between Clark and the fans, but rather with certain media voices who insist on framing her success through a racial lens, ignoring the fact that fans simply appreciate her extraordinary talent.
I mean, she was double teamed, she was triple teamed, she was the focal point of a lot of teams and definitely at the top of their scouting reports. So they wanted to stop her at all costs.
It's wild. It really is. You can't tell me that just like in the NBA, how about Tiger Woods? That was a great bring up. Are you kidding me? It's nuts. The color part is not involved here. It's the transcendent part.
WNBA and all the people that follow the WNBA and try to promote the WNBA don't understand that Caitlin Clark's game resonates with us. I say this every day, and every day I got to deal with somebody else dumb in the media. Caitlin Clark's game resonates because she's got flair, she's got flash, she's got style. I said this before, and I'll say this again. We saw Sue Bird's game. We saw Diana Taurasi's game. Kim Mulkey was Sue Bird before Sue Bird became Sue Bird. We've seen it. We haven't seen Caitlin Clark. Her game is what people are drawn to. And then you go to the personality. Her game is different than any WNBA woman ever. And she wins.
Look at the numbers, and it's clear. The WNBA just had its most successful season in 28 years, setting records in viewership, attendance, and merchandise sales. Caitlin Clark is a huge part of that success. This isn't about race. It's about a transformative talent injecting new energy into women's basketball. The league is thriving because Clark's fame resonates with fans who appreciate something special. Her record-breaking impact on viewership shows what Mychal Thompson recognized. Pure talent transcends everything else. The game is evolving, and it's celebrating not just an athlete but the future of women's basketball.